Hello and howdy. I'm Mushmallow and you are, well, you're you. Hello, you. Welcome to Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting. I'm Mushmallow and today I'm going to try to grab my pen and not drop it again. Also going to do a WIP'n'Chat. I thought it might be fun to reflect on this past year, the second year of Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting channel. I mean, we're celebrating the channel's second birthday. So, yay, happy 2 years old, Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting. And happy 2-year Channiversary to each and every one of you who have been here, whether it's been from the very beginning or you're newer here. You are a part of the Cr'wip't Crew and you're a part of what makes the channel a channel. You're part of what makes all the magic happen, and I just want to say a big old fat thank you to everybody. Whether, like I said, whether you're newer or you've been here a while, you are appreciated. Your time is very appreciated, and I am so glad that you found me and I found you, and together we are a creepy crew. So yeah, I mean, yay, happy 2-year Channiversary, everybody. And what a year it hath been. It hath been a year, quite a year. So since our last birthday, the channel's first birthday, which was last November 13th, we have been through some highs and we've been through some lows. We've seen some stuff. My friends. We have weathered some storms, we have ridden some waves, and we've been through the gambit. We have. So why don't we kind of like do a channel birthday year in review? Usually people do these at the beginning of a year, you know, like the beginning of January and such, but it just so happens our channel was born in November, so you know we're going to reflect this past year from November to November. So back in November 2024, we celebrated Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting's not fourth. Hello, how long am I trying to make myself be here? Woo, baby. Our first Channiversary. Math is hard, especially when you get these lower numbers like 1s and 2s. Oh my gosh. Seriously though, we celebrated our first Channiversary on November 13th of 2024. And shortly after that, the first thing we did as a freshly minted 1-year-old channel is we hopped right into the holiday season and participated in the community-wide Christmas premieres. Tons of fun. Met some new people and got to showcase the type of content we do over here and introduce ourselves to some new eyes in a holiday celebration fashion to show people that just because you're dark and creepy doesn't mean you can't have some holiday spirit, right? We did a Raven Diamond Art taste testing was the name of the canvas that we did. Kind of kept it, you know, it was a unique video. I'll just say that. We went the extra mile to try to keep it entertaining. We kind of trimmed down on the darker, creepier, and made the holiday season our own, staying within holiday season but staying true to ourselves as well. I did do some tales from the Cr'wip't, and I told the story of how the Grinch stole Christmas, if that's it. Is that the name of the movie? I think so. It's somewhere in that video. And a Christmas Mandela effect. Words are hard this morning. And then I also did a second Tales from the Cr'wip't true crime-esque type of story, and told the story of Home Alone. But I delivered it to you guys as if it were one of the normal cases that we would do on our Tales from the Crypt series. And that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to do. And I put little... I directed the video to make it seem like we were just the everyday, average, normal, family, which we are. But I made sure to keep creepy nods and spooky hints about things throughout the video. I had a lot of fun putting in little Easter eggs, like we were all wearing ugly Christmas sweaters. Very normal, very traditional, right? But all of our creepy Christmas, or our ugly Christmas sweaters were creepy. And Michael Myers, and we did have a Game of Thrones one in there. We had a Grinch one in there. So we had a lot of fun with that, sneaking that stuff in there. And like I said, I was working on Raven Diamond Art's taste testing canvas, which is a gingerbread cookie sort of snacking on itself, if you will. But I kept that kind of zoomed in until the very end when I revealed, moo ha 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 ha, this is what you guys have been watching. You thought it was a wholesome Christmas situation, but really we were working on this, creepy image. And Sundown baked gingerbread cookies, very holiday on brand, right? But they were gingerbread man cookies that modeled after the canvas I was working on. So they were creepy gingerbread man cookies. And just had a bunch of fun with the video. And like I said, we met some new people, and some new people met us, and that was dandy. And then we moved from that, the holiday season and the Christmas premieres, right into our first ever Pink and Black 2025 diamond painting event, co-hosted by Crafty-ish Kristen, my YouTube BFF. Yes, we co-hosted a very successful diamond painting event. From what I'm told, and I don't want to sound conceited or anything like that, but this is just the feedback that I've received. It was a hugely successful event. We had over 200 participants, which we were not expecting. By the way, we thought, oh, I'm sure maybe 30, 40, 50, maybe 60, if we're lucky, people will participate. And oh my gosh, you guys showed up in force for our collaborative event. And I gotta say, from what I've heard and what I've observed personally, we had one of the most unique, fun, innovative kind of events that I've seen in the diamond painting paint-along experience thus far. We just did all kinds of interactive, fun activities together, team building and fun shenanigans, and played games with you guys, messed with your heads, and gave away a ton of prizes. And that was probably the most fun, to be honest. We also did some rap battles. Kristen and I were rapping, you guys. We even got the DPP. We created an entity called the DPP to mess with you guys, and it was a lot of fun. The DPP did some rapping. And like I mentioned, that event, as popular as it was, we are bringing it back again this year for Pink and Black 2026. Information about that can be found here on my channel, on Crafty-ish Kristen's channel. You can find it on our Facebook pages and on the dedicated event Facebook page. Pink and Black 2026. Come find us if you're interested in joining along this year. We would love to have you. We've got more sponsors this year, more prizes, and more antics awaiting to just entertain and mess with you. And mess with each other. I don't know what's more fun, messing with you guys or messing with Kristen, or both. I'm ornery. I'm ornery, and so I revel in being just an ornery little snot, and I have a lot of fun doing it. And you know what? You guys get rewarded for putting up with us, so in our hijinks. So I encourage you, to come check it out and participate if you want, or, don't if you don't. But I hear that you guys have a lot of fun, and I know that we have fun doing all the eventy stuff with you and for you and to you. And then we moved on from the new year, and this is when things started to take a turn. We were on, we hit our first high of being a newbie 1-year-old channel, and started to hit some rocky turbulence, if you will. Yeah, if you heard that was my stomach. I'm hungry. In any event, yeah, I hit a really rough patch with health that I'm still battling with. I'm still addressing. This is like a longer term, gonna be battling some things for a while. But I did personally suffer a stroke in March, which, to be honest, I'm still adjusting to life after that, the recovery from that and the life after that. But yes, I suffered a stroke in March, and that was terrible. And not only that, but we did run into some, we'll call it community unrest. Not our specific community, but some unrest in the diamond painting community as a whole that caused, there was like a rash of drama. I don't know if people were getting their Christmas credit card bills and were just in a bad mood, or what was going on there. But yeah, in the spring it was kind of a valley. It was kind of one of those down moments in the channel history, and kind of, I think, in the diamond painting community as a whole, and kind of a bummer. And then it just went downhill from there in terms of what is the word I'm looking for? Not motivation or attitude, but morale. That's the word I'm looking for. Morale just kind of, at least on the channel, kind of continued on a downward trajectory, because not long after I suffered the stroke, and then I got the news that I had some new tumors pop up, and to add to the collection that I have already. And one of them diagnosis looking like it might be a little spiky, a little sassy, a little negatory, malignant. And while we're not here to talk about that in depth, it is something that happened to me, and thereby the channel, affected the channel a little bit. Some medical stuff, and as also found some masses on my uterus, which was causing some issues, and medical trips aplenty in the spring. So lots of traveling and lots of not feeling good, and just kind of low morale on my part, low energy, though I did my best to kind of keep it up and peppy for you guys because the saying is misery loves company, but I am not one of those people. And so if I'm miserable, I do my best to not bring company, not draw company into my misery. You know, I may inform, but I won't drag. Does that make sense? So, you know, going through that in the spring, and then right on the heels of all that, Sundown and Leah's personal family friend, Andy, you may know him as Fluffy. We had been talking about him all the first year and how he was fighting cancer and he went into remission. And then this past spring, he got sick again. And the cancer came back with a vengeance. And he was preparing for hospice and needing help. And we were at the hospital a lot with him, and helping him and his family out. We did a live stream with him. However, as often happens with serious medical issues like cancer, and those things can be unpredictable. Fluffy had an unfortunate turn in his health that was not expected or anticipated, and he ended up passing away within a few days of being told, you know, that the cancer was back and it was pretty bad. He was put in the hospital for related issues, and they thought that they could get him at least back to stability so he could go home and take care of his end of life time and business in the comfort of his home, but he never did get to leave the hospital. Very, very sad. But all throughout that ordeal that he and his family were going through, we were by their sides the entire time. And you guys showed up too. We don't often reach out to the community, and by don't often, I don't believe I have ever reached out to the community and asked for any kind of, because I don't believe really in asking people, not that I don't believe in asking people for help, I just don't believe, I don't feel good about it, you know what I mean? Like, it's not something I take joy, pleasure, or look forward to doing. But at the time before he passed, Fluffy needed help, and after he passed, his children and his family, and still, you know, I guess still Fluffy also needed help because he passed so suddenly, well before he was expected to, that funeral preparations hadn't been made or whatnot. His family was just left in shock and not having prepared because they thought there was more time. He thought he had more time. The doctors told him that. The doctors told him, you know, his family, he had more time. And, well, nature had other ideas. And so with the sudden passing of Fluffy, we started a GoFundMe and had some diamond painting auctions. I had a private auction of a chunk of I parted with some of my most favorite canvases from one of my favorite shops, which we'll talk about in a minute. But I did sell some of my private, you know, stash collection to help raise money to lay Fluffy to rest with honor and dignity, help his family get through that, give his kids a little something, help get Andy a gravestone. And then you guys, showed up and showed out and donated a bunch of your handcrafted stuff, your canvases. You put your faith in me and then my family and the channel, and you contributed. We had some wonderful sponsors, small shop sponsors from the community, donate items to auction off to help pay for Andy's final expenses and give his children something to, a little something to store away in hopes that it can help them, and help take care of them in their time of need. And that was amazing. That was phenomenal. While that was kind of a low point emotionally, it was also a very high point because it showed that we are community, we are strong, and in many there is strength, and you guys came together and showed up for yourselves and for us and for Andy and his family in the most wonderful, magical way. And it was beautiful and bittersweet. So that is in the channel history books for all time, and something I will never forget, and I can never quite properly and fully thank all of you for, but thank you for that. It was a beautiful thing, and it was amazing to see the community come together the way that it did, and all the love and support and selflessness that you guys showed in that time was amazing. We were able to raise over $5,000 for helping with what was supposed to be helping with Andy's hospice costs and turned into helping for Andy's funeral costs. And that just remarkable. We had people from all over the world. You guys came from all over the world to help, and I'm just eternally grateful. Moving on from that, shortly after that, then we hit, that was in the spring. Then I guess we come into the summer, just more health issues, more traveling, still struggling with the health issues at that point. And one of our favorite dark and creepy horror genre small shops closed down, which was sad. We're sad to see it go. And in fact, it was kind of like a domino effect, really. We started seeing quite a few small shops throughout the summer and into the fall start closing down. Also during that time, we had the tariff situation, which contributed to the closing, I think, of a lot of these small shops that are missed. And it's just sad. We just kind of went through another slump in the diamond painting community, and kind of for the channel as well, in terms of we're never happy to see this kind of thing happen. And it was a exceptionally devastating blow to a channel and a community like ours, where we thrive on the darker, creepier stuff, and to see specifically a shop that exclusively dealt in the darker, creepier art genre have to shut its doors was devastating. But it is something that happened in this past year. But along with some of the bad came good. We did continue growing and thriving as a community and a channel. We've surpassed 2,000 subscribers. Hello. Wow. Yes. Our community we keep growing and getting stronger, and that's amazing. And now, fall is upon us, and we're starting to get into the holiday season. And yeah, it's been kind of ups and downs. It's been rough. It's been hard juggling some personal tragedies, some personal health issues, and lots of traveling to go along with those health issues. I think this is probably the most I have seen of the emergency room and the urgent care this year. And all the while still trying to keep up, with channel stuff. We did do, throughout the course of the year, we had a lot of fun with tales from the Cr'wip't, which will continue. Those stories often, depending on the subject matter, take a lot of research. And so it does take me time to put those together. It's just not something I can flop together real quick and just sit down, turn on the camera, and start blathering. No, I mean, a lot of them require some research and notes and factual details and whatnot. And yeah, it's been a little bit since we've had a good old Tales, but we will continue doing the Tales series. We have been doing Figure It Out Friday. We've been doing mystery kits this year, where on Fridays or every other Friday we get together and try to figure out what our mystery canvas is hiding from us as we assemble it together. And I've had a lot of fun doing that. We've had Spilling the Tea with Crafty-ish Kristen. We decided, after how much fun we had together and with you guys with the Pink and Black 2025, we decided to go ahead and do an occasional collaborative video. We've tried to make it about once a month, but life be lifing. I've got my things going on over here, and Kristen's got her things going on over there. So we do try to make it a monthly thing, but there's been some times where, hey, we just can't make it happen within a month. So, but never fear. I know it's been a little while since our last spilling of tea, but it's not going anywhere. We just have been adjusting. I know Kristen on her end has been adjusting to back to school life that rolls right into holiday life. And I've been dealing with some things over here health-wise. Sundown's had a couple of back surgeries, and I still have my ongoing health issues, and Leah can't stop breaking feet. That happened in the past year of this channel. She keeps breaking feet. And in fact, just yesterday, actually, Mom Down was rushed off to the hospital in an ambulance. She seems to be stable now, but just things like that have been happening recently throughout the late summer, early fall here, and going into the holiday season. So things are a little sporadic and erratic right now, but never fear. We are going to be continuing on with some of our series. We introduced Fact or Fiction. Those will be coming back soon, and those are really fun, the Fact or Fiction. So been busy this year. Been doing a lot as a community, as a channel, with our friends, some collaborations. We did during the summer. I needed to deal with some personal medical issues, and so we did have a summer vacation situation. I called it a staycation, but it's because I wasn't really going on a vacation. There was nothing luxurious, tropical, or really fun about it. But we didn't stay home. Most of it was because of all the traveling that we needed to do and stuff. So we put together a month of 5-day-a-week content for you guys. A whole week of Tales from the Crypt, a week of fact or fiction, a week of Figure It Out Friday, and we even had some guest stars, some creators, friends from the community. Dark Goddess Tanya Potter, my cart goblin, who later in this year I have turned the tables upon her and become her cart goblin. Take that, Tanya. And we had Crafty-ish Kristen come on and do a little something for you guys on the channel, and it was really nice to have the community here to help support the channel, and some fellow creators here to help support me and the channel while we were going through a medical thing. So we did that this year. What else has been going on Dark and Creepy this past year? I feel very much like I'm leaving out something huge and just my brain isn't grasping it. So if I did, I'm really sorry. But that's just kind of like what our year has been like thus far. We're looking forward. We're likely going to be participating in the Christmas premieres again this year. So we'll see how we can spookify Christmas, make it Creepmas for our little hour time slot during the premieres. Oh, pick up a drill. That might help. There we go. And yeah, I mean, the what I can say is, like, upon reflection and as a whole, with regards to our second year as a channel, is that our second year was a little bit more sporadic, erratic, and kind of held together by duct tape and prayers. This year has just been a really, really rough one compared to the first one, which was relatively smooth, in my opinion, compared to this year. We just had a lot of real life personal things going on, and it seemed to be just rolling downhill quick in terms of emotional and medical and moral, like morale. We were just kind of getting hit by one thing after another, and personal life that, you know, then thereby affects channel life. But we've tried to keep it, you know, upbeat, positive, and try to keep things flowing as best as we can. And hopefully you guys have been enjoying the content, as sporadic as it has been. A little sporadic, a little unpredictable. In the new year, or leading up to the new year, I'll go over some resolutions, some things I'd like to improve, change, and things like that with you. So I won't do that here, but just know that I do acknowledge and recognize that we've been just a little chaotic this year, and I hope to get more of a handle on it in the year to come. What else we did this year, and the second year of the channel, is open up a merch shop, which is awesome. However, having said that, I went with what historically has been a very reputable merch shop. I know many creators use it, but it seems to be, you know, not going as smooth as it should be. And so I have words are hard. One more time. Let's try it again. Temporarily turned off the merch shop until I can get some answers. From the manufacturer. There seems to have been a little hiccup in the production of the merchandise, and until I get some word that it is definitely, and proof that it is ironed out and things are flowing smoother and people are getting their orders, I have disabled the link to the shop directly from the YouTube channel to discourage any further ordering until I am satisfied that the manufacturer Teespring has got its head out of its Rumpelstiltskin and righted the ship. Has gotten it back on track, gotten the train back on the tracks. The ship is righted and going where it's, till things have been proven to be smoothly flowing, fluidly working as intended. Because you guys come first always, and you know, we may even switch manufacturers for the merchandise if the corrections that need corrected don't get corrected very soonly. So there's that. Kind of a bummer. I mean, yay, we got channel merch, but then boo, the manufacturer kind of dropped the ball a little bit. So that's disappointing, and I really don't have control over that, other than whether I make it available or not, whether I choose to give them my business or go elsewhere. Otherwise, I don't have any control over the making of the merch and the shipping of the merch and the timeliness of all of that. So yeah, that's kind of bittersweet too. That's been the theme of this year, bittersweet. I think it's been highs and lows that have been coming together. You know, there will be a low and a high that is accompanying with it, and so it is very bittersweet this year. This channel has been through it, and we've banded together in a lot of different ways to get through it together, and I can't thank you guys enough for being here for it, and for me, and for the channel, and for our family, and for, you know, my creator friends that have been showing up, and just, we're all, this is a one big happy little circle of love, if you know what I'm saying. And it's been, overall, it's been good. In that way it's been good. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the gist. I still feel like I'm missing some huge stuff, but I just can't put my finger on it. Oh, what else? We did start a dark and creepy diamond painting course situation. It is a beta testing feature type of thing that YouTube is doing and encouraging. Some creators were invited to beta test this courses feature. So if you've been seeing some attempts at being educational in the diamond painting sphere on this channel, that is me trying to help beta test this new courses feature that YouTube is testing. So that's new. That's something we've done in the second year of the channel. The community tab page situation on YouTube has changed. That changed during this year, and now I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you can post pictures on the community page. Did you know that? Yes, it is not just a one-way communication street anymore. You can now communicate with us and post pictures of your whips and to the community and to your favorite creators via their community page if they have a community page turned on. So that's been interesting. I was a little disappointed. I thought there would be more people utilizing that function, but I don't know if it's that nobody really wants to, or that maybe you guys as a whole, you know, as general, that's a general you guys, maybe just aren't aware of the changes. They didn't promote it very well. Sorry, we had a barking issue. But yeah, you guys can post pictures up there. You sure can. So have at it, you guys. I would love to see some of the stuff. We do have an album on the Facebook page where people can post their progress and completions, you know, a specially designated photo album just for you guys. No mushies allowed. I do have my own personal album on there for you guys to see what I've been doing and working on and stuff. But now we have that not an album, but we have the ability for you guys to share pictures on the community, on the YouTube channel for everyone to see and interact with. I encourage you to utilize it. Have fun. Have at it, my friends. I would love to see more of you guys posting stuff on the community tab page thing. That could be cool. Could be a cool resource if more people know and learn about it and are encouraged and enabled to utilize it. Man, I still feel like I'm missing some big stuff. Can you guys think of anything big that I'm missing here in this past year since last November that's been going on the channel, good or bad? I'm blanking. I guess I could talk about, we do have some collaborations that continued from the first year into the second year of channel life. Bee's Crafty Corner, hello. Release papers, we got our first year release papers were put up last year. Thank you, Sabrina at Bee's Crafty Corner. Check out her webpage. She has a website now. So she is not just on Etsy. She has got her own website for Bee's Crafty Corner release papers. I encourage you to please go over and check that out. She's got tons and tons and tons of options and choices, including Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting version 1, and now recently version 2, in honor of our second year on YouTube. We have some new images up there, and the Pink and Black 2025 papers I think are still up, but I know the Pink and Black 2026 papers are up, so you can go over there and check it out either on Etsy or on her website, but website is encouraged because Etsy takes ridiculous fees from the shops, and if you can get it from the website, I'd encourage you to do that and help a small shop out. And then we've got we had a collaboration with Reed's Putty, but unfortunately they were unable to continue conducting business and had to shut their doors. So again, another one of those bittersweet things where we found a perfect putty and we got to have a collaboration with that perfect putty shop, but unfortunately due to health and life circumstances they had to shut their doors, and so that came and went this past year as well. You know, like I said, bittersweet seems to be the theme of the year. We do have some shops that really solidified their status as channel favorites this year. Like I mentioned, Bee's Crafty Corners. As always, Ephemera 3D is a favorite shop of mine. Flower Designs has stepped up and been in the forefront of some channel content this year. As always, Rokari is now just really exploding with new art and great canvases and a wonderful product, and is a longtime channel favorite and has really solidified that position this past year. Black Dahlia Diamond Art on Etsy, another Fabu shop. Fantastic. We had Diamond Art Emporium is coming up on my radar. You guys will get to see a video about unboxing my very first ever Diamond Art Emporium canvas. Is coming. Forever Young. Forever Young haul is coming, a really big one with a bunch of new products that they have, not just their tray system. We're not doing that. We already tried that, didn't really like it, but I do have a whole pile of really cool new items from there that I've been testing and playing with, and can't wait to share with you guys very, very soon. What's another favorite shop that's been, am I brain farting again? Oh, let me grab it because for some reason, it's a simple shop name, but I have the world's hardest time with it. So I have to get its name right in my face. It is Diamond 3D Printing Works. I'm not using one of their rulers right now on this canvas, but I do use these rulers frequently. That's another Etsy shop that is it Etsy? Let me rethink that. It's another shop, diamond painting accessory shop, that has been winning over the channel heart this year, as well as Jenny Rose Designs. Here's some papers from Jenny Rose Designs, and oh, I had some other papers in there I thought I put away already, but Jenny Rose Designs also makes cover minders. Here's one. Really nice, good quality cover minders. Loving this. There's another one. So we got those. And did I already say Black Dahlia diamond art? I'm pretty sure I did, but we got some cover minders from there. Here's an example of one of them. Mikey sent over some cover minders, and I know that there's like some putty over there, but my best favorite ever thing is these canvas rollers. I love these. They are just to die for. And also, I know it's a bit cluttered and crowded right now, but they do have like these trinket tray storage desktop system situations. You can see I got pens and papers and putties and little Jason and my roller on here, and that's another thing Black Dahlia has. It's been awesome. Another shop that's been on the radar this year, Grayson's Creations, a putty situation. Not the pretty, I mean, it doesn't look pretty, I know, but it smells phenomenal. It smells like coffee, and it's been working great. I said Rokari. I'm sitting here looking around, all around me, because I feel like I'm missing something. It's Jenny Rose Designs and Black Dahlia Art, Diamond 3D. Gosh darn it! Diamond Painting 3D Works, Diamond 3D Printing Works. You guys, I'm sorry. I feel like such a jerk because I can't ever get your shop name right, but I certainly try. I said Jenny Rose Designs, Bee's Crafty Corners, Rokari, Diamond Art Emporium, the Diamond Design Company, Diamond Design Co. on Etsy for some high quality, really good finish render situation minis. I do have some on the way to show you on video and stuff, but I've heard some stuff, I've seen some stuff, I know some stuff. That's some good stuff. Definitely check them out. Ever After Diamond Painting has been blipping on the old radar as a channel favorite. Diamond Art Studio UK. I know that's real popular over on Kristen's channel. I am eager to try them out, but they don't have a lot of the darker, creepier stuff for me yet, but I keep checking. I do have something coming from DP Over. I don't have any opinions on that yet, but I have been seeing and hearing some stuff about that company. But yeah, you guys, that's what's been going on over here in Dark and Creepyville. And we do have coming up, I know we're reflecting, we're not really talking about forward, but like I've mentioned, Pink and Black 2026 TikTok, my friends. There are some accessories already out there from some of our small shop sponsors that you can get your hands on. Like I mentioned, Bee's Crafty Corner has some new 2026 release papers, or if you prefer, you can get the 2025 ones. They have Crafty-ish Kristen papers. That's my co-host for Pink and Black. They've got Dark and Creepy release papers, versions 1, the original, and version 2, the newer images for you guys to enjoy. Like I said, Diamond Design Co.'s coming out with some stuff. We've got Black Dahlia Diamond Art's going to be coming up with some stuff. Their Flower Designs has some amazing Pink and Black stuff. Ephemera, you're going to be seeing them in the sponsor list for Pink and Black 2025. Rokari, check her site, you guys. Word on the street is that there are going to be some brand new pink and black images coming up just in time to order for Pink and Black 2026. So check on November 21st, I believe, if my really terrible memory is at all functional. You'll start seeing some new Pink and Black 2026 images from sponsor Rokari. So keep your eyes open for that. Jenny Rose Designs has some pink and black stuff. There's also a code. You can find that stuff on Facebook. And we will be starting to plaster that stuff in video descriptions and other promotional materials leading up to the event. So, oh my gosh, we just have a ton of stuff coming up. But that's not the point of this. This is reflection. I got off on a tangent, a side track. I wanted to talk to you guys about, a reflection of the second year of Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting, because we are now in year 3. We have started. We have taken our first baby steps into the 3rd year of Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting, and so I'm looking back at year number 2 and reflecting on that. Definitely can see room for improvement. I've seen double. We've doubled in size in the past year. Always room for more friends. So if you haven't joined the Cr'wip't Crew, feel free. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Subscribe already. It's just a click of a button and it's free. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Come join the dark side and help us torture Kristen and her pink floofiness. Yeah, you guys, I think that we kind of touched on everything and reflected back on this year. I would love to hear from you guys. Do you have any favorite memories from Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting's 2nd year of channel life from this past year, since last November? Any standout moments for you guys? Anything you're looking forward to in Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting's 3rd year? Oh my gosh. So sorry, interruption. That triggered my good googly moogly. How could I forget? Something we did right toward the end of the 2nd year of the channel. We opened a flea market stall. Yes, a Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting flea market stall located in Jonesboro, Arkansas. You can find it on, oh gosh, the address evades me at the moment, but it is on Nettleton Road, and it's called the Old Nettleton Flea Market, I believe is the name of the shop. But you can find my stall there. You can't miss it. It's right in the front door, and there's a big Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting banner. And if you're lucky, you might catch either myself. That's gonna be like seeing a unicorn. I don't plan on being around too much. But you know who you could catch if you go at the right time of day? Almost daily. Sundown is down there at the flea market cleaning up the stall and making it look nice and be clean and making sure everything is on the up and up. So if I'm being honest, you have a better chance of catching Sundown at the flea market than you do me, but I have been known to show my face around there once in a while. And I will be doing some like diamond painting workshops up there. That is in the plans. That is on my want to do list. Be up there diamond painting. You'll be able to see some of the diamond paintings I've done. Maybe purchase yourself some crocheted items, crocheted by Leah, and maybe some diamond paintings that I just don't have room for in my house that I have personally done. You might be able to get to meet me if you're from the Jonesboro area. I'm not advertising when I'm up there because I am a reclusive hermit, and as much as I would love to meet you guys, I equally am just terrified of meeting people. So I just kind of pop in. Sometimes I'm in disguise, aka a hoodie with the hoodie up and my head down. Big baggy clothes. You can't tell who is in that swath of clothing. Would never guess mushy, but it's me. but no, I may be up there from time to time. I hope to spend some time up there and meet some of you guys that are local, and introduce people to diamond painting, this wonderful craft. Maybe get some people hooked on it. Wouldn't that be fun? Have some new diamond painters in joining the diamond painting ranks. But yeah, we opened a flea market stall. It's going very, very well, I must say, you guys. Going very well. Very pleased, very happy with how things are going over there. And like I said, Sundown's there almost daily. So you got a chance to meet one of us anytime you go up there, if you catch it at the right time. But to be honest, the higher chances that you'll meet Sundown. if you run into us, it'll be Sundown. Most likely. But we're out there. We're out there and about. Like I said, that's on I'll have the address posted at some point, but it is on Nettleton Road, and I think it's like East Nettleton, maybe. It's right by a railroad track. It's a new flea market, just opened at the beginning of the month. It's huge indoor flea market, and I think it's called the Old Nettleton Flea Market, and we'd love to have you come out and take a look, maybe even catch us and meet us there. Find yourself some flea market goodies from our stall or any of the other stalls that are out there. There are plenty of stalls to look at and shop at and choose from, but no other that I saw so far. There's no other handcrafted. Yes, there is. I fibbed. There's some soap and candle, like smell goodie type handcrafted stuff out there. Just a couple, I think 2 or 3, and the rest is kind of what you might expect at a flea market, but no other handcrafted art like wall art. So you can't miss us. And if you're looking for something to go on your wall and you want something that was hand done by Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting, well, there you be. And if not, just come and look. You could just come and look. Yeah, okay, guys. I think that was I forgot what I interrupted myself with. And I'm sure it's something fantastic, and I don't remember now. I've got my brain going in 50 different directions, but yeah, I think that's our Channiversary, pick up a drill mush. Our 2-year Channiversary WIP'n'Chat. Looks like I need to refresh my putty. I am testing a new putty, which you guys will see soon. I am testing out the Forever Young putty. I'll just tell you, that's what I'm doing. That's the putty I'm testing. And so I can have some thoughts when I show it to you and talk about it. I can already have some formulated thoughts on it. But that's a future us endeavor. This video, this WIP'n'Chat, I think is done. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments down below some of your highs and lows from this year with the channel or personally. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I would love to know what you guys have thought of this past year of Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting in terms of the content. Are you someone who enjoys, do you enjoy the Tales from the Cr'wip't? Do you enjoy Fact or Fiction, Figure It Out Friday? You know, some less traditional diamond painting content. Do you like it? Don't you like it? Let me know. Also, do you prefer the more traditional content like this, you know, unboxings and sneak peeks and WIP'n'Chats about daily life and goings on? Do you like that better? Let me know also the things and the stuff in the comments. What would you like to see? Do you have content ideas? Like, hey, I had an idea and I think Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting would be the perfect place for this idea to come to life. I make no promises, but I'm always open to ideas and consideration. If I think I can make it happen and you want me to make it happen, I can certainly try. But yeah, I want to know, all those kinds of things, and what your favorite memories from this past year in the Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting channel world that you've had. I'm going to guess many of you are going to point to Pink and Black 2025. I'm going to guess that's going to be one of the big highlights of the year. But yeah, I still want to hear it. Let me know it. And we're done here. Until next time, you guys, stay naughty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.